What up, everybody? Welcome to Minorly Important, the podcast where we talk about minor league sports. I'm your host, Kevin Marlowe. I'm joined here by my co-host, Colin Scholl. Colin, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good today, man. Ready to talk some sports, and there's a lot of news, a lot of playoff action happening. So.
Yep. And then we're also joined here by Dylan Little. Dylan, how you doing, bud?
Hey, that's me. What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm excited too. Got to go to the first game of the first round, I think it was, of the ECHL with the Comets and the Iowa somebody or other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Heartlanders.
Heartlanders. That's who they were. Good times. Good times.
Yep. And then we are also joined here by none other than Ryan Baker. Ryan, how you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing great, Kevin. Just coming off of this wonderful Easter weekend where we had a lot of time with family and got to see John Cena win number 17, the championship. The champ is here.
Anyway.
Dang it, Colin.
You're welcome, John.
Ryan, so we've been talking a lot about, you weren't here for the last episode when we talked about 260 Entertainment. And you are going to do some card breaks, right, for us?
Absolutely.
And so that's next episode. He's assured us he will have cards ready to go next episode. Colin, what you got there, bud?
Just a card that's naked.
Naked.
What in the world? You are raw dogging a Marshawn Lloyd autograph right now. What is that?
Card.
Why is that not in a? Why is it not in a case?
Because I don't have a sleeve big enough and I don't have a top loader big enough for that card.
My goodness. Such a
I
savage.
I am a savage.
I really want that card, though. Go, Pat, go.
I know you do.
I'll be purchasing the correct size, sleeve, and case and sending you some money for that card very shortly.
All right.
See, guys, this is what you're going to learn on Ryan's card break segment here on Minorly Important, so stay tuned for that.
Always have top loaders and sleeves.
Always have top loaders. Always be prepared.
Ryan's going to have the top 10 rules for collecting cards.
Ooh, I like that.
So, with that, though, we also... we talked about it last episode, but Dylan is in the works of getting a college sports show ready for 260 Entertainment. Dylan, what you got in mind, bud?
I don't know, man. I'm just excited to talk about college sports in general. We still need to workshop a name, so if anybody wants to put it in the comments what you think it'll be, that'd be awesome. But just like talking sports, but college, because I prefer college sports over anything else. Anyway,
try not to
awesome.
rip Indiana too hard when you're doing this.
They deserve it. Anyway.
We already know who the hometown team on that show is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm not rocking any of the gear today, but yeah.
The Watt Shot.
Hey,
Go Irish.
We won the tournament that year. I don't care.
Yeah.
About the Watt Shot.
Man,
anyway.
This sounds like Michigan and Ohio State fans right now talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway. Honestly, that game is the only reason Kentucky and Indiana have a quote-unquote rivalry.
100%. 100%.
Well, and they're two storied basketball programs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some other big news coming out. We would like to congratulate on here the Stockton Kings. Stockton Kings are NBA G League champs. Good job, Stockton. We are happy for you, and that concluded the NBA G League. However, we do still have some big news. So, as we talked about last episode, that was the last time you will ever see the team, the Mad Ants. The Mad Ants have rebranded, and they came out, and they are now the Noblesville Boom. As you can see here, we'd like to thank the Noblesville Boom for sharing these graphics with us and letting us use them here on the show. So shout out them. But as you can see, the Noblesville Boom, feel the boom. Pro basketball just landed in your backyard, and it's bringing some big energy with it. Let's make some noise, Noblesville. So the Boom describes Noblesville, a city on the rise with an incredible future ahead. This is your team, your city, and your moment to be a part of something booming. anchoring the logo is a modernized adaptation, the ball central to the Pacers brand with the color and logo design underscoring the youthful, dynamic, high-energy playing style of the Boom. So as you can see here, they went with the normal blue and gold and white from the Pacers, but they also use that same cyan. Is that how you pronounce that color?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cyan of the city edition from the Pacers. So
yeah.
Those jerseys are going to be sick.
yeah, I think the color scheme is going to mix the Pacers normal blue and gold with the Pacers City edition a little bit.
Huh.
What else we got? So there's the color scheme. And this is very, very close to just what they had, but they added that cyan. What else we got, Colin? So this is where the name really comes from. Boom is rooted from the boom baby phrase coined by Bobby Slick Leonard, who was a head coach and broadcaster for the Indiana Pacers. Well known for any time, normally when a Pacer would hit a 3, he'd go boom baby, and so that's really where the name is coming from. Is a shout out and homage to him, which I think is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. And then Colin, next slide, please. So the arena at Innovation Mile, this stadium looks amazing. The official court design, as it says down there, was just unveiled today, and we'll bring that up too. But this is the new arena. We've already been told we can come down there if you listen to Tim Bauman's, the president of the Boom, his interview that he did with us. He's already let us know that we will be down there to tour that stadium, and we can't wait to take you behind the scenes on that. And then the G League, they go into a little description of what the G League is, so pretty cool there. Then that's the Noblesville Boom. So let us know down in the comments below what you think of the name the Boom. And then Colin, they released the court. Do you got that too? So there is the court design. So as you can see, they've got the cool little Boom logo there. They've also got they got that cyan is in the 3-point lane. I do like the fact that one 3-point arc has the Boom logo off to the side and the other one has the Pacers logo. One rumor that I saw was that the court will that this is kind of previewing maybe a brand change for the Pacers. I don't think that's true. And the reason I don't think that's true is because the Pacers logo down below is the standard Pacers logo.
Yeah.
One thing that we got to see when we were working, when they were the Mad Ants, is when the color change happened, when they went from the maroon and gold to the blue and gold, is that when the season before they bought some Kids Zone things and they kind of foreshadowed it with the blue and gold logo already on the Kids Zone stuff. So I would have thought that if they were going to do it, the court would have already had the new logo as a kind of foreshadowing of the Pacers thing. So I don't have any news on that. We haven't talked to anybody in the organization, but I don't see that happening. I don't see the Pacers doing a full brand change, considering they just kind of did a branding update when they switched to the Nike uniforms and stuff like that. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like everything about it, honestly.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean the floor looks pretty sweet. I don't know.
Well, does this mean they're not going to have like third-party jerseys anymore?
What do you mean?
Like
since they have 3 jerseys, home, away, and alternates.
Oh, the Mad Ants never had 3 jerseys. They had blue and white.
No, I know, but like remember when we saw the color, it showed 3 different quote unquote color match uniforms that they would have. So maybe they're not doing specialty jerseys anymore.
So they'd have 3 different uniforms. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. But
Yeah.
all in all, I think this new team name is pretty cool. I actually like it.
I don't know, man. I was always partial, obviously, to what it was, but it is cool. I like the story behind it.
Yeah.
With what's
With
his
Slick.
name? Slick, yeah, saying the boom, baby. But yeah, I don't know. It'll grow on me, I think.
Yeah,
It's
it definitely
growing.
it makes it makes sense for the city of Noblesville too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
growing on me. I'm partial to Mad Ants, just because that's this organization we all worked for, and
Yep.
but I also can appreciate the fact that they had to switch,
Right.
and this is what they came up with. Like,
Right.
now, that court is awesome,
Sweet. Yeah.
and the arena looks freaking awesome.
I can't wait for that tour. It's gonna be
Yep,
fun.
that's gonna be sweet. And we have some people lined up from the organization to be on here. We're working. Chris Taylor, the GM of the Boom, will be on here. We just haven't got it lined up yet. His schedules are just kind of crazy and stuff like that, trying to get stuff up. But I think this is really cool. It's not what I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I expected more of like a racing theme
Me too.
from them.
Me
Yeah.
too.
But
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they kind of went away from that. And now my question is the Pacers mascot is Boomer.
Uh,
What are you gonna call this
Right.
mascot?
right.
Like
Boomer
the
Jr.
perfect name is Boomer.
Yeah.
Is Boomer just gonna rep both?
Is it gonna be like a
Could be possible.
dynamite or something?
Maybe.
Boom.
Oh, it could be.
I don't know.
Oh, one thing's for sure. I already
Spitballing.
know their starting lineup song.
Yeah.
Like I haven't heard from anybody, but it's clearly got to be "Here Comes the Boom."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, that's like perfect.
yeah, no. So but I want to shout out the Boom for letting us use those graphics and sharing them with you. So we are very thankful to them and are glad that they are good partner in working with us, formerly the Mad Ants, and now the Noblesville Boom.
Huh.
So
Congratulations.
Yep.
so with that, let's move on. Are we going? What's next, Colin?
Oh well, if you guys want to do playoffs, or do we want to save playoffs for last?
Playoffs? No, playoffs.
yeah.
We're talking about
Let's
playoffs,
do
Colin.
playoffs. Come on.
So, all right, let's go through the playoffs. So, I have here the playoff bracket for the ECHL, and as the time of we're recording right now, it's already game 2 with some team, or
Game three, actually. Yeah.
game 3
Yeah.
already with
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
teams. So, this is what the bracket looks like. So, we got Toledo, Indy, Fort Wayne, and you got Iowa in the Central, Kansas City, Tulsa, Wichita, Tahoe in the Mountain. You got Troyes Rivieras Lions, Reading Royals, Wheeling, and Norfolk in the North. And you got South Carolina, Orlando, Florida, and Jacksonville.
The biggest stack division is clearly the South.
Yeah.
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 The finals of the South side of the bracket are going to be insane because I almost guarantee it'll be Carolina and Florida.
Florida, yeah, 100%. 100%.
And
Could you imagine Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kev.
I was just gonna say no disrespect to Orlando and Jacksonville, but I mean, any one of those teams would be the favorite in any other corner of the bracket. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my personal opinion. And this is coming from clearly somebody with a Comets fandom. But like, I'll be honest. I definitely think the champ will more than likely come from the South.
Yep.
So
Crazy
Let's
stuff.
just talk about that division finals though, because if it's Florida and South Carolina, it's going to be a bloodbath.
It's going to be.
7 games.
7 games of pure mayhem.
Yep.
That'd be something to cover for sure.
Yep. No, this is going to be good. Now, Dylan, you and I were at the Fort Wayne Comets Iowa Heartlanders game 1. Did not go the way we wanted it to for our Fort Wayne Comets. However, there was a cool win for the channel that night. And if you haven't checked it out, we got to hang out with Icy D Eagle from the Fort Wayne Comets. We got to shadow him for a good portion of the game, got to watch some of his shenanigans because the Iowa Heartlanders are their mascot is a deer. Yeah. We got to witness Icy go deer hunting, and he had a little deer stand up in the top, and goodness. The deer blind, nice. And oh my gosh, it was awesome. It was good, and he was chasing the deer with a t-shirt cannon the entire game. It was great. And then and then we just got to witness in the hallway all sorts of good stuff. And it was fun. Now, it did bring me up for a new segment. Stupid things that fans say.
Uh-oh.
That's a good one. I like that one.
What happened?
I'm not going to share the story because the person has requested that I don't share it because they're a friend of mine. But it did spark something, and I'm like, fans say some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And so, guys, let's open that up.
New segment.
What is some of the stupid things you have heard fans say?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll just start off the cannons here.
Yeah, go for it.
Everybody complaining about the coach and the players and the way they play. It's just like, come on, guys. You can never make fans happy at all.
Right.
And they don't understand that losing is a part of the game, and players getting called up is a part of the game as well.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
we're training these guys for more professional teams.
I can't stand it when a coach is or not a coach, when players are sitting there on a power play and they're sitting in front of all 4 players on the other team, and somebody's going, shoot. I'm like, no, there is no lane. No.
Are you dumb? Sorry.
Like, no.
That was annoying me so much last game. Like, everybody around me is like, shoot the puck. I'm like, do you not see there's like 10 defenders in front of him right now? I'm over-exaggerating, obviously. But it's still like, come on. Like, anyway.
But, like, it's my biggest pet peeve is, like, people understand that you have to let the play develop. Now, do I want you to hold on to the puck and not take any attempts? No. But do I want you to develop a good shot?
Yeah.
Do I want you to treat it like Ovi treats it? Yes. Clear everybody to one side except one of your players, cross it across the ice, and one-time it.
And it works every time.
It does. It does.
That's why he's the leader.
It's worked for 20 years for that guy.
Oh.
And probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard fans say, and this is like by far, is hit somebody. But we're not gonna.
Ooh, yeah. Well, not we won't go into that.
We're not gonna talk about that team again.
Oh, Dylan.
Do you guys know what we're talking about?
No.
Okay. Then let's go into it.
Go ahead, Colin.
Oh no. Okay, so there's a part in the national anthem, especially when you're in Toledo or when Toledo fans are in Fort Wayne, they always yell "hit somebody" during the national anthem.
Why?
It's like, have you no decency? Have you no decency to wait till the end of the national anthem?
Right.
Then scream as loud as you can, hit somebody.
Yeah.
Yes. But really, the stupidest thing I hear is defensive zone hand pass, and everybody throws a fit. That's a hand pass.
You're allowed to hand pass it in the defensive zone.
Exactly. These people, he can't do that. Hand pass. No.
He can't.
People, learn hockey. I've never played hockey in my life, and I know you can do that in the defensive zone. However, you cannot grasp the puck in the crease if you're a defender,
Right.
but you can hand pass.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, in the defensive zone.
Learn the game if you're gonna go to the game. That's all I gotta say.
Or
just don't
if you're
complain.
learning,
Yeah.
don't ask questions. Don't make comments.
Mhm. And
Right.
for the love of God, do not scream, "They're cheating." No, it makes no sense. I hear it all the time. They're cheating. They're cheating. How?
How?
Are
They paid the ref off.
they paying the refs?
What?
Are they using illegal equipment?
Right.
Like, just because they're committing penalties does not mean they're cheating.
Right.
Is
Yep.
this goal regulation size or what?
Oh,
I had to move back from the mic for that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
No, but it drives me nuts. Also, when we were in the Mad Ants, a player would drive down into the lane, and there'd be 4 guys standing there like this, and people would shoot the
Shoot
ball,
it.
and it's like, no, pass it,
Yeah.
or at least cover it up so you don't get a jump ball. Do not shoot it, because that's stupid.
Yeah.
Unless
People
you're,
drive me
taco fall, and then in which case it's people going like this. And he can just go,
Yeah.
Dude can
But-
literally touch the rim without jumping.
yes, I watched it.
Have you
We
guys?
all did.
You
I
guys
can
see
too on
the-
6 foot.
Do you see the player for Florida? It's like somebody Oliver something or other. He's like 7'6" or something stupid. Like crazy. That guy can actually literally touch the rim and not even.
Yeah.
Anyway, college.
That's 2 feet taller than me, by the way. Anybody?
2 feet.
2 feet.
Right. So, thank you for joining us on our new segment, Stupid Things Fans Say. If you've got something that you've heard a fan say that you think is stupid, drop a comment down below.
Please.
We'd like to share your stories of stupid things you've heard other fans say. And I do want to say, telling people to shoot, there are times where,
They
shoot
should
the
shoot.
dang puck.
Right.
But
right.
I'm just saying, I've seen it happen more times than not where
Mhm.
people are shoot the puck, and they're sitting in front of 3 defenders.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And plus the goalie. There is
Yeah.
there is no opening.
You never
Pass
know
the
when you're
puck.
going to get a deflection.
I
mean, yeah.
True,
but-
but I still would rather pass it out to the circle and one time it, or clear it out, let the defense clear out, and then get it back into the point to shoot.
Or just draw a penalty when they dive. When they dive at you for a slap shot, just skate into them. Tripping.
Yep.
Or it'd be diving. One or the
Yep.
other. I don't know.
You
No, but
tripping.
You trip.
some. Speaking of, I know this is NHL, but did anybody watch last night in the Leafs-Sens game where the linesman got knocked out?
Yes.
I did not see that.
I did not.
So, linesman is sitting there against the glass, and guy goes to pick or grab the puck, knock it down out of the air, and then boards the ref into the glass.
Yeah, I've been standing there.
Ref hurt his leg.
You killed that guy. Should have stayed there.
But luckily, from what I understand, the ref's okay. But I did not realize this. There is a backup ref
Really?
in NHL
Oh.
games.
Wow.
I want that job.
Yeah, the backup, bro.
Obviously not last night. I wouldn't have wanted that job, but every
Most
other
nights
game.
where he's
Most
never
nights.
used.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came in and had to make calls last night. He was the linesman. Oh no, I'm sorry. That wasn't in the Toronto Senators game. That was in the Vegas Wild game. My mistake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas for sure.
Sorry, I
But-
watched a lot of hockey last night.
Yeah, I would have if I wasn't watching WrestleMania. But
This
All
guy.
right. So, since we got the ECHL out of the way, now we're going to take you to a little league we like to call the American Hockey League.
American Hockey League. I like how that
Let's
sounds.
go.
So- As you can see, some teams have already advanced because first and second seed have buys, it looks like.
Yep.
Or just first seeds. Or they are,
Some,
yeah.
some, but there are some In fact, if you look up in the Central, the second and the third already have a first round bye, as well as in the North.
I don't know how they do that.
So I will say this: we're still learning some of this stuff. So when we were giving rankings and stuff and playoff predictions, we were still learning. We have never really paid attention to the AHL because we're mostly ECHL, NBA League fans because that's what Fort Wayne has. But so you're learning along with us, and we want to just let you know that if we make a mistake, we apologize.
Yep.
Like Osceola.
Exactly like Osceola.
Osceola.
Well, here's what I want to know. So the first round is the best of 3.
Okay.
The division semifinals is the best of 5. Division finals is the best of 5, and then you got the conference finals that are best of 7, and the Calder Cup finals best of 7.
And this reminds me of like old school NBA where each round was a different best of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys can see, look how many seeds are in the Pacific. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
There's
what's up
7.
with that?
Mm-hmm.
7. And then you got the Atlantic, which there's 4. North Division, only 2. And you got Central at only 2. And these guys have already made it to the division semifinals. So I think the first round, depending on where these teams rank, is pretty much, how would you say, wild card, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe they're wild cards. That's the only thing I can think of. So
It's crazy. I don't know, man. Like it's, I would like, they need to even it out a little bit
Yeah.
more.
yeah,
In
because
my,
I had no idea there was 7 seeds in the Pacific.
Oh, right.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the
There's-
first
there's-
comment even says. I don't know why divisions are so uneven.
Yep.
Yep.
Right there. Same.
Yeah, we agree.
Good job, Debbie.
Good job. Yep. Let's see
Little
what.
Debbie.
Oh, this is another segment.
Hey,
Funny comments from Facebook.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to learn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to fog these out.
This bracket is a joke, and so is anything less than best of 5. Even that is a joke, but at least it's more understandable than a best of 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, so yeah, I mean that's the Calder Cup playoffs in a nutshell. Who do you guys who do you think's gonna win the Calder?
Hershey Bears.
San Diego
Yeah.
goals.
I mean,
They've already
I'm
been
pulling-
eliminated.
Man, I mean,
Hey, you know what? If John Cena can come back and win number 17, the San Diego goals can come back and win the
You
playoffs.
and
They're not even
John
in.
Cena, this guy.
Manitoba's not up there.
no.
Good.
Moose.
Keep the Canadians.
Let's
out of
go Griffins.
It's like one of the best names though. The Manitoba Moose.
here.
I think Laval's gonna win.
Ooh, I
Either
forgot about
Laval
Laval.
or Colorado.
No, because then they'll move up to the NHL and steal another cup.
Yep. But they'd have to take the Avalanche out first.
Yes.
Alrighty.
The cup.
The Cup.
I have a score update.
Oh,
score
snap.
update.
Let's go.
Near the end of the first period, Comets and Iowa tied at 2.
Hey.
Let's
Wow.
go, Comets.
Comet goals by Dugan and Keppen so far.
Let's go Dugan.
Hey, he just came back, and so did Kyle Mayhew.
Um,
if you look at that second goal,
Noel has 2 goals for the Deer.
yes.
The deer.
If you look at that second Comet goal, it was assisted by everybody that came back today. Ethan Keppen, Alex Swetlikoff, and Kyle Mayhew.
It's like we
Nice.
did a roster move for a reason or something.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Swetlikoff just sounds like you're sick. Like, I'm sweaty and coughing.
I do.
I have the flu.
I do want to say this. In last night's Maple Leafs and Senators game, Fort Wayne native Drake Batherson scored his first career playoff goal.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
For what team
That's
again?
cool.
For
Shootout.
the Senators
Oh, nice.
for Ottawa. Who I'm not gonna lie, in that matchup right now, I am rooting for Ottawa because I want to see Ottawa win for multiple
I
reasons.
think you just want to see a Canadian team go to the win a cup.
Boo.
No.
America's hat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I am ready to see Ottawa against the Panthers, though. The two Tkachuk brothers go against each other in the
That's
playoffs.
what I'm
That'd be
rooting
good.
for. I
Yeah,
want
that'd be cool.
I want the American brothers, the Bash brothers, shall you say, from Team USA, from the Four Nations to play to play each other. I think that would be so good.
Did you guys hear that the commissioner of the NHL is finally letting NHL players play in the Olympics this year? Or
Yes.
Really?
next year?
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means the All-Star game will be pointless.
Oh.
Yes.
Yay!
I mean, the All-Star
Another
game has always
pointless
been
All-Star
pointless.
game. They're just following suit right now.
Yep. I much rather have the Four Nations than
yeah.
than playoffs.
Yes. Rumor is that they're
Or-
gonna do.
Not
They're-
playoffs. I know
Not
what
they
you
were
meant.
playoffs.
thinking-
All-Star game. Sorry.
We knew what you meant. So what I understand is they're like Four Nations All-Star game, World Cup of Hockey All-Star game. But now with the success of Four Nations, they're like, let's rethink this.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
would.
I don't see how you top that. World Cup of hockey would top it, I think,
Yeah.
because it's more teams.
Yeah.
And then I think this year they're doing an all-star game, but it'll be more of like the semi-all-stars because everybody else will be going up to the Olympics. So you're basically getting Four Nations again,
Yeah.
but on a much larger scale. I think this is going to be the NHL has set the bar so high now with these, instead of all-star games, doing like national tournaments. And I think it's awesome.
Well, shout out to Gary Bettman for not being a complete piece of poo, because he's actually doing something right this time. So
That's a first.
Well.
that is a
I was
first.
say, maybe I'm sure it was somebody else, not him, that made this decision.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
had help. He had a lot of
Probably.
help.
All right.
They
But
signed
while-
it while he was sleeping.
Do it again.
Every
All
time
right.
Gary goes to bed, we're gonna do something cool.
I'll move over to some.
All right, so
Real quick,
let's,
I do want to
oh.
ask, who all do you have winning the cup?
That's
I'll
how
go.
I feel as a Red Wings fan.
The Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, well, yeah. I will go with the Jets.
Yeah, they're top seed this year too, aren't they?
Yes, which normally I wouldn't root for or wouldn't pick them, but I think that President's Trophy curse is going to come to an end.
Yep.
That's
All right.
that's my thought, but
Well,
So-
everyone, seeing as that the Canadian teams stand zero chance of ever winning a cup again, I
while Gary Bettman is
am going to say the Edmonton Oilers are going to break the curse,
Yeah.
and they're going to win it this year with Connor McDavid being the MVP.
Like he was last year, but they lost.
I
I
wouldn't
was gonna
I
say, it's
wouldn't
kinda
mind that.
crazy.
I wouldn't mind that.
I only say that because I have a 1-of-1 Connor McDavid card in at PSA right now. So if they win and he wins MVP, then I win.
Yeah.
I go to
You
sell that
do.
card.
Wait, I
Yeah.
thought you said that it came back with surface damage.
It did. So actually,
Update,
the company did a fantastic thing. So for a lot of people, when you think of these companies, you think they're just here to make as much money as they can.
Huh.
Probably true. However, Topps, you know, did a fantastic deed, and I sent them the picture of my card in its PSA slab that showed a 6. And the response I got was, "We're so sorry. This is unacceptable." Um, and they had me send it in to them. They destroyed it and reprinted it and overnighted it back to me.
Nice.
I had that within sending it back in. I had it back within like 2 weeks,
Wow.
like from the day I dropped it off at FedEx. So, it is now sent back into PSA. We looked over it, and I don't know if it'll come back. 10s are so hard to get right now.
Yeah.
And with the style card it is, I will be happy with an 8. I'll be happy with a 9. If it comes back a 10, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, naturally.
So a 1 of 110, what would that be worth?
So with the style of the card, because there's all these different levels of cards, right? Like there's your entry level card, and then there's your, high level, so there's probably 30 different levels of cards. This one, if it comes back at 10, we're probably looking $800-900.
Dang.
And that's
Yeah.
not even a top premium card either.
No, and it is because Upper Deck actually has the market on NHL cards. They have the NHL Players Association license. So right now, to get it from Topps, because that's who I got it from, they have to call it a sticker. What it is the exact same thing as a trading card, but you could peel the picture off. And they're smaller. They're probably this big versus this big. So it's something that's different. They had to make it smaller. It's kind of like if you ever look at the Allen and Gertner Topps cards, they have minis. This card is basically a mini, but being a 1 of 1. And actually, speaking of the Senators, my first 1 of 1 I ever had was a Brady Tkachuk 1 of 1 that I sent in and got a 10 on. So,
wow.
But that card being Brady Tkachuk, great player, not Connor McDavid, significantly less.
Yeah, not Connor Bedard either.
Well, but see, here's my thing now. With it being Brady after 4 Nations, the value I would think went up after 4 Nations because he became an American name. Just simply because of him fighting and fighting.
I did end up selling that one. So, I probably should have held on to it for what I sold it for, but you live and you learn.
So Ryan, are you gonna help us all as we open up these cards and get going?
Absolutely, we will. We'll have a lot of fun with it. We'll go through them, see what values are, and if we get anything.
How to look up your card's value too, because there's a lot of different cards out there.
Maybe we can do a live stream from a card show.
Ooh.
So so there are a couple really awesome card shows coming up in the Fort Wayne area. This Saturday at Indiana Wesleyan down off what is that, down southwest? That southwest exit heading to Homestead. You know what that is? 33.
Coventry?
Maybe. Yeah, it's down by the Indiana State Police Post.
Yeah, that's Coventry.
Yeah, so down there you go get off that exit, take a left, and head towards the restaurants. You will come across a satellite location for Indiana Wesleyan. There's actually a card show there from 10 to 4. I'll be there if anybody wants to come hang out. And then the second Saturday of every month, at the Fort Wayne Card Show happens, and it is at the Allen County Fairgrounds, and it is the biggest card show I've been to besides the Nationals.
Nice.
And Shipshewana, but those are both like special event card shows. Fort Wayne's every month.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Moving on.
Moving on up.
Moving on. Should we do APHL or should we let Ryan go straight into the MILB?
Let's go into the APHL. Just give fans a quick update. We do want to give a shout out to Iron City. Iron City did a fantastic job this season and did end up following us. So we just want to shout out our friends over at Iron City. Great season, guys. Same thing over to Kalkaska. Great season. The Mobsters and the Distillers both swept and moved on. So Summit City will play West Michigan, and Toledo will play Buffalo. So being the 1 and 2 seeds, Buffalo and West Michigan got byes. They also do have home ice advantage for this next round. So this upcoming weekend, this releases on Wednesday. On Saturday, I think it's Saturday, Sunday, West Michigan will host the Distillers and Buffalo will host Toledo. The winners of that will play for the Governor's Cup. We are rooting for both Toledo and Summit City, and barring a game 3, so games 1 and 2 will be in West Michigan and Buffalo. If game 3 happens for either one of those in the West Michigan game, it'll be game 3 will be in Summit City here, and we will more than likely be there in some fashion. And then if Buffalo wins, or if Buffalo and Toledo goes to game 3, then that game will be in Toledo. I'm excited about this because there's a possibility that we get to bring you more live APHL hockey. This is a really cool unknown league that I didn't even know about until I got connected with the Distillers, but we want to thank the Distillers for having us out on that live stream. That was a lot of fun. Colin and Ryan, you guys both got to shout out to you guys for doing our interviews and stuff with the players and coaches.
Yeah.
We got some really good feedback from that. Thanks to all of you guys who helped us share that and tuned in, and it was a lot of fun. Colin, what was your favorite part of that?
Honestly, the players being able to hear what we were telling them from the crow's nest.
That was so much fun. We had our own little box up there. It was just us and DJ Nunya, which was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I'm excited to possibly go back. How about you, Ryan?
Well, Kevin, I do appreciate you asking, because I do have to talk about how amazing that pizza was at the Ice House. So the hockey game was great, fantastic. The Distillers won by 11, but holy cow, the pizza stole the show. So if you get a chance to get down to the Ice House, I do recommend the pizza.
It was really good.
It was.
Yeah, and if
Sorry.
If anyone's down there, at the next game, if I can make the next game and anybody sees me, I'll probably have a pizza. So I'll let you have a slice. So
just one though.
Just one. Yeah, just one. I'm eating the rest. Like as you guys saw in my interview, I'm not a small guy. I'm eating that whole. I'm eating that whole thing. Okay. I'm in the fitness pizza in my mouth. All right.
Let's go.
Man.
All right, Dylan, how about you? What was your favorite part of our live stream night?
Just my first time being in the Ice House in general, so it was really cool atmosphere. Being able to get a bird's eye view from up there was pretty sweet. Hanging out with you guys, I got to actually meet Ryan for the first time in person, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
What up, my guy? But it's all right. Anyway, no, it was really fun just to hang out with you guys and watch some good hockey and get some good interviews done, and it was just it's a good time.
I'm very excited to see what else we get to do with the APHL. Like we were talking about, I'm hoping we get to do a couple more games. Be a lot of fun. I'm really pulling for Toledo, Fort Wayne, for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons.
So we can interview the owner.
Yeah, like, hey.
So, yes, he is the APHL vice president, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us why your team is the way they are? Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Well, as the vice president, I typically have my panties in a vice.
I don't know if we can say that on there.
That's okay. We can let it slide.
Objection.
Oh, what? Let's go.
Oh man.
Gotta strike that so we don't get banned from the APHL and their
No.
delicious pizza.
I mean, you can go get that pizza anytime.
That's fair.
But
Oh man.
no, so I'm really hoping for that. But no, so
It'd be fun.
but yeah. All right, Ryan. Let's go to you with the MILB.
Dive
And
into some baseball.
hey, you know what? When baseball comes to season, that means one thing. And that one thing is it's almost time for me to be out of school for the summer.
Hey,
And Tin Caps baseball.
let's go Tin Caps.
All right, here we go. Looking at the Midwest League. All right, we got the West Michigan in first place from the Detroit Tigers. They're 11-4. Quad City, the affiliate of the Kansas City Royals, at 10-4. Farm team of the Twins, Cedar Rapids, 9-5. Lake County from the Cleveland Guardians, they're 9-6. Lansing, I believe they're still Lugnuts. The Athletics, Sacramento/Las Vegas/wherever they're playing this year, 9-6. We got the San Diego Padres and our hometown Fort Wayne Tin Caps at 8-7. Great Lakes from the Los Angeles Dodgers, 8-7. Beloit from my Miami affiliate is 6-8. Dayton Dragons. Everybody loves the Dayton Dragons. They're 5-10 right now. They're Cincinnati's affiliate. Wisconsin, obviously Milwaukee's affiliate at 5-10. Peoria from St. Louis, they are 4-10. And the South Bend Cubs, about where the Cubs should be, down near the bottom at 4-11.
Hey, no.
Hey, the Cubs are actually doing really well right now.
Hey,
Go
you know
Cub,
what?
go.
I'm a White Sox fan.
Go
I know a
Cubs,
little bit
go.
about being terrible at baseball.
Good.
Shoot.
Yeah. So looking at that, I mean, it's been a great year so far for obviously the Tin Caps. You know, they're not undefeated, but they're getting some games in. They're getting out there playing, having a good time.
How many games are in an MILB season? Is it about as much as the MLB?
They cut it a little short. They end typically that first-ish week of September, the end of August. So they're about a month shorter. And then they take some more breaks. So I think there's only like 140 or maybe 120 versus the 162.
Man, that's a lot of games.
I mean, it is a lot of games. So, you know, you have to be ready. If you're playing baseball, like, you're earning that pay. You know, you look at football players, they play 16 games, they make millions of dollars. These baseball players are
Gotta stay healthy.
yeah, you gotta stay healthy for a long time. But no, it's been a good year so far for the Tin Caps. I haven't been to a game yet. This is the first time I've ever been this far into a season without being to a game, but we've just been really busy lately. I do plan on getting there soon.
We need to do
Gonna be a great time.
stadium tour. We should all
Yep,
go to a game.
we've got
Yeah, we do.
we have that worked out too. So that is coming. Stadium tour, Parkview Field. That one will probably be a little in depth. But
Yeah.
you have any news coming out of the MILB?
Yeah, so Tin Caps actually have 2 of the top 10 prospects in their entire organization, which is great. You got Leo DeVries, shortstop. He's their number 1 prospect, and then Isaiah Lowe, who is pitcher for the Tin Caps, is San Diego's number 10. Looking around the league, just Fort Wayne being 4th in their division right now. But yeah, just doing really well. My favorite player, obviously, Nerwillian Cerdano, is 3 stolen bases on the season. But just overall news, we're early in the season. Everyone's getting called up, sent down. all the usual stuff for the first month. So
Yep.
really, it doesn't get too big. You don't get real big stories until May, once people have settled in where they're going to be. Because you can start in the MLB and end up in AA real quick, or you can start in AA and end up in the MLB. So you don't know where you're going to be after that first month. So it's going to be hopefully a good year in Fort Wayne. Lots of transactions. I mean, we could talk about that for the next hour with transactions, but unfortunately, we don't have that long. One thing that I'm really excited for is the next year, the implementation of the batters being able to challenge balls and strikes by just tapping their helmet.
Yep.
And the players have been warned by umpires that doing that this year as a form of trying to show up the umpire is possibly going to lead to an ejection.
Of course.
I know in a MLB game on opening day, a player did it, and the umpire actually stopped and walked over to the dugout and said, "If I see it again, I don't care who it's from, they're gone."
Huh.
So,
I mean, I have seen some crazy videos of umpires just making terrible calls.
Yep.
I mean, they're human. They're human. As someone who umpired Little League, I can tell you it's the hardest job I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, because all the parents.
Yeah. And you think
No
parents
offense,
are bad?
Dylan. No offense.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm just in T-ball. I haven't got that far yet. All
Right. If you think parents are bad, wait till you get some 35-year-olds who peaked in high school and had eight beers on dollar beer night. Wait. So I couldn't imagine umping at a Tin Caps game.
Yeah.
And that would be crazy.
That's what we should try. Minorly important cast. Try umpiring baseball.
I mean, I bet we could find a Little League that would let us do it.
Probably.
For free.
For free.
Yeah, I'm.
Ryan, does the MILB for the league the Tin Caps are in? Do they have like All-Star break and all that good stuff?
They
Home run
do.
derby?
They do. They don't do a home run derby. They have the Futures game. They have an All-Star game. We did the Home Run Derby X was hosted in Fort Wayne this year. I didn't get a chance to go to it, but I heard it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Any
I've heard
big
some good
names?
things.
They had like Jake Arrieta. Gosh, it was a long time ago, but they had a ton of big names. There was a lot of Nick Swisher, a lot of the retired guys. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I just look at getting a lot of news coming in. I know there's a couple guys getting called up lately, but the Reds' top prospect, Chase Burns, just got promoted to AA.
Nice.
So that's good for him, obviously. Number 4 overall pick and A's top prospect is getting called up to the MLB after 32 games.
Dang.
So Nick Kurtz, I might have to put in a hold on, I might have to put in a fantasy waiver right now for Nick Kurtz if he's still available. The league I'm in is full of a lot of guys who scour the internet looking for the next star. So he might have already been picked up.
Ooh, that'd be a good segment. Fantasy selections. For
People
fantasy
getting called
starts.
up that would be a good add to your fantasy team.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Looks like Ryan's getting in his research already, upgrading his team.
Yep, first baseman for the A's, and he is picked up. He got picked up Monday. He got picked up a week ago.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the kind of league I'm in. These guys don't last very long. It'll be funny because it'll tell you like, pick this. You need to pick this guy up now because he just got called up. And I laughed because I'm like, yeah, his name was on our transaction wire 5 days ago. So yeah, a lot of rehab stints happening. So what a lot of people don't know about baseball is when the pro gets hurt, they can spend up to a week in the minors, and they call it a rehab. So Jeff Neal is making his way back. He actually hit a home run tonight. So
same thing
good for
for G League too.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Neal hit a home run. Francisco Alvarez hit a home run. So 2 guys hitting home runs in their rehab games. So that's good to see. I'm gonna have to go snag up Jeff Neal if we know he's coming back soon.
How about them White Sox though?
Hey, you know what? They'll eventually. It's only been
Just
20
eventually?
years. It's only been 20 years.
Only.
Could be worse. It could be a Canadian hockey fan.
Oh yeah.
It's been longer than 20 years for you guys.
Oh man.
Dang.
Hey, speaking of going back to hockey, one team that I absolutely miss from the ECHL is probably the Newfoundland Growlers. That team was so cool. The jersey. Too bad they had arena problems. They couldn't renew the arena contract, so they kind of just.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, guys, I think we are coming to a close for the night. It's been a good episode. Again, thank you guys for understanding. Normally we release this every other Monday, but because of Easter and stuff like that, we wanted to give all of us some time with our family. So we are recording this on our normal release date, and you guys are seeing this on Wednesday morning. So want to thank you guys. Real quick before we leave, you want to give us some updates from playoffs? How are we looking there?
Comets are up 3-2.
Let's
go. Let's go.
How much longer?
What's the
In the game?
7 minutes left in the second.
Okay.
Well, I guess
Cool.
we're not
Still
sleeping
time.
tonight.
Yep.
I have to go watch that game.
let's see.
Any closing questions, Kev?
Yeah, I've got one. I do want to add this real quick. Ovi got a playoff point. He got the Caps' first goal as they were up 2-1 against the Canadians.
Nice.
So, but with that, my closing question for the night. What do you think the greatest trophy in all of sports is?
I mean,
What kind of question is that?
Stanley Cup. I mean,
Ryan,
it even gets more valuable with the tariffs.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know. I think it's a tie between the Stanley Cup and honestly in my opinion, it'd probably have to be the NBA championship. Whatever that trophy's called. Or the Vince Lombardi trophy. I don't know.
Okay, but
They're all just so cool.
no. How many have names carved into them?
Oh,
Like,
just the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, like
Well, the Stanley Cup and the Borg Warner, the Indy 500 trophy. Those don't have names; those have faces.
Ooh. Ooh. You know, Stanley Cup's not pure silver.
Likely, yeah.
It's plated, I believe.
Yep.
I touched the Stanley Cup once. That's what happened to the Ducks. That's why the Ducks haven't made the playoffs in many years. Well, I really think, the Stanley Cup is the best team trophy, in my opinion. However, the Olympic gold medal, which also I guess is a team award,
True.
So
In some
really, I mean,
senses, yeah.
I guess maybe they should poll some hockey players. Like, were you happier with a Olympic gold medal or Stanley Cup?
I think most hockey players would say a gold medal because you're representing your country.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I didn't even think about a gold medal for your country. Like, that's a good one, Ryan.
Yeah.
Colin, what'd you say?
The Canadians wouldn't know what the Stanley Cup was. So.
I said Stanley Cup and
The Borg
the
or
NBA.
the Larry O.
NBA. Yeah. Larry O'Brien.
Dylan, what about you?
I don't know. What does college basketball give? Do they even have a trophy?
The
Yeah.
trophy name, I don't know, but
I
it's.
couldn't tell you, but
You think the Final Four championship?
Yeah. I'm just saying Kentucky has 8 of them, so I'm happy.
I think it's just called the National Championship.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't think it's actually a name. But
I would. Is that your answer?
sure.
I would have to say it's the Stanley Cup, followed closely by the Borg Warner, the Indy 500 trophy. And that's just simply because it's like, it's huge. Like, you don't even like get to lift it. It just like gets wheeled out next to you. But what I think is cool about the Stanley Cup, and this is the one thing that I think is awesome, that and the World Cup are the only two trophies that I've ever seen that went like the Larry O'Brien trophy, the Lombardi trophy, the MLB's the Commissioner's trophy, right?
The pennant.
That's for winning the
Baseball.
Yeah, but the Commissioner's trophy, right? That's what the World Series trophy is.
Yeah.
Anyways, that one, those are handed to the owner first. In hockey, when you win the Stanley Cup, it is handed to the team captain, and the players are the ones that get to see it first. The owners are last. The owners and coaching staff are after the players. Every player, whether you're on the practice squad or whatever, you get to come down dressed in your uniform and get to skate with the trophy. And then you decide who you hand it off next to. And I think that is one of the coolest traditions in championship sports. Like,
Agreed.
Like, cool. I think the fact that the players are the ones, and the same thing, the World Cup is handed to the players first. Like,
and the World Cup is the most expensive trophy at $20 million.
Because it's pure gold, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, $20 million worth of gold.
Crazy.
I know I'm going against, but I would rather win the Stanley Cup than the World Cup. I know, and I lettered in soccer in high school, but I just feel like the Stanley Cup, because they produce one every World Cup. They produce a new trophy every World Cup. The Stanley Cup is
the same one.
Stanley Cup.
Yep. Just different rings, really.
Yep.
Until the Colorado Eagles win it.
No, I think there are 3 different Stanley Cups. There's the actual cup, the original one that Lord Stanley bought, which is in the vault at the Hockey Hall of Fame. There is the traveling cup, which is the one that the players all get to take around and spend one day with. And it's the one that goes out and does show events when it's not that time. And then there's the presentation cup, that is the one that goes out onto the ice for the presentation and is taken to the parade at the end. But the fact that it's the same trophy that is handed out, and the same thing, like I said, with the Borg Warner for Indy, that it is the same trophy, it's just freaking awesome to me. But
yeah.
Let us know down below, guys. What's your favorite trophy? Let us know why you think we are either right or wrong, or if there's a trophy we didn't even think about that you think is right. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for watching. Continue to let us know what shows you want to see 260 Entertainment put out. As we've dropped a couple new segments on this show. We talked about the fact that Dylan and Dibs are going to be doing some drum covers from their you doing worship covers. Is that what you both are doing? So those videos will all be part of 260 Entertainment. Dylan's college sports show will be part of 260 Entertainment. And as we continue to grow, we'll drop more news here and are excited. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks again to Icy in the comments for having us out. Thanks to the Distillers for having us out for the live stream last weekend. And until next time, Colin, what do we say?
Cue the music.
Comment, and subscribe.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.